Hello and welcome to the USA New Times. I'm Kwizela, bringing you the latest updates around the world. I'm glad you could join us today. We begin with major international developments shaping global security, diplomacy, and regional stability. We begin with the USA missile strike in Nigeria raises civilian concern. Israel become first country to recognize Somaliland. Lastly, Thailand and Cambodia declare ceasefire. We begin in Nigeria, where serious questions are emerging following a United States missile strike carried out as part of counter-terrorism operation. 1 day after the United States launched the missile strike in northern western Nigeria, residents living near the impact site said no Islamic State fighter were present in the area when the missile hits. The strike was reportedly aimed at positions believed to be linked to the Islamic State group. However, local residents in the Jabo area located in Nigeria northwest say the location hit in peaceful civilian community, not terrorist strongholds. A resident described scene of panic and confusion in the early hours of the morning. Sulaiman Kagara, a resident of Jabo village in Sokoto State, told CNN that he heard a loud explosion followed by flames lighting up the sky at around 4 o'clock Thursday morning. Moments later, he said missile struck the ground, forcing villagers to flee their home and hide for safety. Kagara said, "None of us slept that night. We had never seen anything like this before." At the time, residents did not know the attack had been carried out by the United States. USA President Donald Trump reportedly described the strike as a Christmas gift aimed at extremist fighters. According to USA Africa Commander, the operation killed several Islamic State militants and was part of broader efforts to eliminate terrorist threat in the region. Sokoto State has long struggled with security challenges, including armed banditry, kidnapping for ransom, and attack by armed group, among them a group known as Lukulawa. The Nigerian government considers Lukulawa a terrorist organization, citing a alleged link with the Islamic State group. However, residents insisted that Jabo village has never been associated with terrorist activity, emphasizing that the community is largely made up of farmers. They also stressed that Muslim and Christian in the area have lived together peacefully for years without any history of extremism. As investigation continued, the incident has sparked renewed debate over civilian protection, intelligence accuracy, and the human cost of counter-terrorism operations. Turning now to the Horn of Africa, where a major diplomatic shift is reshaping regional politics. Israel has officially become the first country in the world to formally recognize Somaliland as an independent and sovereign state. The announcement follows high talks between Israel President Benjamin Netanyahu and Somaliland President Abdulrahman Mohammed Abdullahi, marking historic moment for a territory that has sought international recognition for more than 3 decades. As a part of the agreement, both sides committed to establishing full diplomatic relations, including the exchange of ambassadors and opening the embassies. Israel officials described the move as a historical breakthrough, with the cooperation expected in areas such as agriculture, healthcare, technology, and security. For Somaliland, this recognition represents a major milestone. The territory declared independence from Somalia in 1991 and has since maintained relative peace, democratic governance, and stability despite lacking international recognition. However, the decision has triggered strong reactions. The federal government of Somalia condemned Israel's move, calling it a violation of the sovereignty and territorial integrity. As several regional and international actors have also expressed concern, warning that the decision could increase tension in the Horn of Africa and the Red Sea region. Despite the backlash, Somalian leaders say the recognition validates their long-standing push for international legitimacy and could open doors for further diplomatic and economic partnership. Analysts say Israel's move could encourage other nations to reconsider their position, potentially reshaping diplomatic relations in the region. Finally, we turn to Southeast Asia, where there is a cautious optimism following a week of deadly conflict. Thailand and Cambodia have agreed to an immediate ceasefire, bringing an end to weeks of intense border clashes between the two neighboring countries. The ceasefire was announced jointly by defense officials and took effect at a non-local time. The ceasefire was announced jointly by defense officials and took effect at non-local time. The fighting displaced hundreds of thousands of civilians and involved heavy weaponry along disputed border areas. Under the agreement, all troops movement along the borders will be frozen, allowing humanitarian access and enabling displaced civilians to begin returning home. Both countries also agreed to cooperate on demining operation and address broader region security concerns. If the ceasefire holds, Thailand has pledged to release Cambodian soldiers captured during earlier clashes, a key step towards rebuilding trust. The agreement follows intense diplomatic pressure from international partners, including the United States, China, and regional organizations, who urged both sides to end hostilities. While the ceasefire is being welcomed, analysts caution that lasting peace will depend on continued dialogue and mutual trust. That's all for today. Headline: for more stories and updates, don't forget to visit our website or follow us on our social media at the USA New Times. Stay informed.